Every trading manual or instruction insists that a trading strategy is necessary for successful trading. First of all, when you select your Forex strategy, you gain greater clarity of the trading process, which helps minimize trading risks. Now, profitable Forex strategy is an instruction. A trader faces high risks without using any system or plan. If a trader follows it strictly, he or she will avoid many mistakes. Now, the market is hard to predict and it often results in trading mistakes. Your Forex strategy will tell you what you should do in various changeable market conditions. Your trading strategy should be suited for any situation. You won't try to guess when to enter or exit a trade. Now, your trading strategy will prompt you when you need to enter or exit the market. It does not mean that even the best Forex trading strategy can be changed, but it mustn't contain any unjustified element. On the show today, we'll focus on profitable Forex trading and what you need to know. Welcome to Business Insight on Plus TV Africa. I am Justin Akadonye. Now, starting in the Forex market often results in a life cycle that involves diving in headfirst, or giving up, or taking a step back to do more research and open a demo account to practice. From there, new traders may feel more confident to open another live account, experience more success, break even, or turn a profit. That is why it is important to build a framework for trading in the Forex market. In a constantly shifting terrain of Forex trading, Lamidi Sikira, popularly known as Kira Forex, emerges as a luminary figure with a mindset to change the world. Now, her multifaceted career encompasses roles as a Forex trader, author, mentor, and coach. Now, Kira Forex's unwavering dedication to financial markets, coupled with a profound understanding of the global economy, sets her apart as a true industry maven. Now, beyond her prowess in Forex trading, Kira Forex is a dynamic entrepreneur with diverse business interests, including ventures in foreign exchange markets, real estate development, logistics, and fintech. She joins me now for more discussion on Forex trading. Many thanks for joining me on Business Insight.
Thank you.
All right, there's a whole lot to talk when we talk about Forex because Nigerians are actually looking for best ways to keep going at a time where the country's economy is actually stifling practically everyone. So let's take it a step-by-step approach. Let's call it like Forex 101, if you may. Yeah. So if I am interested in getting into Forex, what's the first thing I should even be thinking of?
All right. The first thing is to know what Forex is. You need to understand how the Forex market works. You need to understand what is currency. And then you also need to understand what happens in different countries, like geopolitical and economic factors that affect a country. So these are some of the few things you need to know before you venture into Forex trading.
Okay, but so I need to understand what the currency is, and I need to understand how it works and volatility. But then, is Forex trading for just an all-commerce affair, or does it really involve some, in-depth training, or is it something you could just do after a short time, really?
All right, so Forex trading can be done by everybody. If you can read and write, at least you can also do what Forex trading, because in everyday life we do what we call Forex trading. Even at the black market, if you go there to exchange money, you are basically doing what we call Forex trading. If you are traveling from one country to another, when you change your currency into that country's currency, you are basically doing what we call Forex trading.
Okay, in my head, I'm thinking that's like I'm going to an aboki to exchange your dollar for naira, but I never knew that's still Forex, because I know Forex is foreign exchange, but then I thought it's something that, because most times people talk about Forex, I see lots of lines, which I really don't understand. So, but then, let's break it down step by step, and trying to understand the psychology of trading. So you said it's basically what we do on a daily basis, when we exchange currency for another currency. But then people do it as a way of making income, not just because they need another currency for some reason, but they do it as like a venture.
All right, so what I just talked about is just a layman's understanding of how Forex trading is. But what we actually do is that we speculate on the charts. That is what we do. Then we take advantage of the fluctuation in the exchange rate. So we buy at a discount and sell at premium by studying the charts.
let's take it one step at a time. So there's a chart.
Yeah.
I also talked about speculation,
Yeah.
buying at discount and selling at the premium. So break it all down to us.
All right. So basically, what that means is that you study the chart of one country against another. So when it comes to forex trading, we have something we call currency pairs. So we have major currency pairs, we have minor, and we have exotic pairs. But the major currency pairs has high volatility. These are currency pairs that are being attached to the USD. So assuming we are studying the USD against the Japanese yen, and we realize that the Japanese yen is weak against the USD, then we need to sell. Right? And then if the USD is stronger than the Japanese yen, then we need to buy the USD. So basically, that is what we do. Now, when we realize that the USD is weak, then it means we also sell the USD and then buy the Japanese yen.
So invariably, what I can get from all that you have said so far is that when your currency is weak, that's when you sell.
Yeah.
Okay, so when it's actually gaining, per se, that's when you buy.
Yeah.
Okay, for instance, right now, let me just break it down to what's happening in the forex market in Nigeria, where the currency has actually hit an all-time low, per se, you know, exchanging for the dollar at over 1,005, 1,006. So if you were to be in Nigeria and you need to trade, so what are the bases really? Are you supposed to be trading in the yen or in the dollars, or what exactly?
Okay, so one thing about let's say the Nigeria Naira and let's say the Ghana cedis is that these currency pairs do not have high volatility. Okay. So we usually trade currency pairs that have high volatility, like the JPY, the Japanese yen, the pound JPY, the USD, and the Canadian dollar. Okay. Yeah, so we do not really trade the Naira. Okay, so it's the GBP, the yens, and the dollars that are really being traded on when we talk about forex, really. Yes, so these are the major currency pairs that we trade on the charts.
Okay, I know there's a bit of psychology of trading per se. Let's talk about mastering your mind when we talk of forex. Now, how can traders overcome common emotional biases like fear, greed, and overconfidence?
All right, you know, everything about forex trading is psychology. So psychology plays 90% when it comes to forex trading. And when we talk about psychology, we are talking about your emotions, your reactions when you place a trade, as to whether you are in profit or you are in a loss, how you react. You know, there are people, when they place a trade and they make money, they overrejoice, forgetting that they need to take profit and leave the market quickly. They overrejoice, forget themselves, and later lose whatever profit they made. And we also have people, when they lose money, it affects them emotionally. So for you to be able to overcome all these things, you need to master your skills. You need to understand how the market works. When you make profit, you need to exit quickly. That is why in forex trading, we have something we call take profit and stop loss. So when you set a take profit, it is telling you that I've reached the maximum of the day and I need to leave. And we should also understand that when it comes to forex trading, there are losses. There are people who venture into forex trading. Once they lose part of their money, they think forex is not for them. But it doesn't work like that. Even in every business, there are losses. So once we accept that there are losses, then everything becomes okay.
Okay, so what is the importance of developing a trading journal and tracking performance?
All right, so the importance of doing that is that it gives you an edge. That is, you know how much you are risking per day, you know your risk to reward as well, and it also guides you to be disciplined. Yeah, because we are talking about money here, and we know every human being is a bit greedy when it comes to money, because we always want more. That is when people end up losing money. So when you have a plan that guides you that at the end of the day, I want to risk only 2% of my account, I want to make 5% of my account, then you go according to that.
Okay, so having said that now, so if you understand biases, greed, and overconfidence, and you have a tracking journal and you're tracking your performance, what next should you be mindful of? Talk about building a disciplined trading routine and managing stress. How does that really work?
Building a trading routine and managing, I think it all comes to the trading plan. Okay. Yeah. Can all be found in the trading plan. Okay.
So really, let's take it another step further. So, for instance, I'm a novice. I just have heard that Forex is the in thing and it's something that could be very profitable, and I really want to do it. So how long would it take me to be a master in it to the extent that I can start trading all by myself and also know how to speculate to discount and to premium, as it were?
Okay, so learning how to trade is just like any school. Let's compare the medical school with forex trading. You go to a medical school for 7 years before you become a professional doctor. Just like it's just the same as forex trading. You need to be trained, coached, and mentored. We have people who take 3 years to understand the forex market. We have people, yes, 3 years. So it's just a school. You move from one stage to another. You move from one stage to another till you become profitable and a professional.
So at stage 1, I can be profitable.
You can, but it depends on your level of understanding. You know, we have people who can easily assimilate and understand very quickly. For me, myself, it took me
how long did it
almost take you? 3.5 years to be profitable. Yeah, and it also depends on your consistency and discipline. If you are not consistent, we forex traders, we always say that the market is the best mentor. So the market will teach you how to be profitable. So you always need to stick with it. At least you spend like 2 or 3 hours with the charts each and every day. That's how you become consistent.
Okay, before we talk about identifying potential trading opportunities, I'm just thinking in my head, are there best times in the year, based on your experience and what you've been doing in Forex and the trading and all the lot, are there best times in a particular year? Maybe there's a season that you feel that is when people are advised to really trade?
All right, the forex market is open 24/7, that is every day.
Okay.
But what happens is that we, the retail traders, we do not really have that much capital.
When you say retail traders, what does that mean?
Like somebody like me, and let's say this some small banks, maybe you that you have your own capital you want to trade with. We are the retail traders. Because when it comes to the forex market, we have different players. We have the central bank, we have the brokers. These are people who have high liquidity, like they have cash.
Stakes,
yeah. So we, the retail traders, because we don't have direct access to the forex market, we go through middlemen we call the brokers. So the brokers give us access to the forex market. Now these brokers are also human beings. It gets to a point they also need to go to break, Easter breaks, Christmas breaks, and other stuff. So when it gets to that time, the liquidity in the market becomes very low. That is especially around December, even though the market is open 24/7. But when it gets to that point, they go on holidays, they go on break, so there is no much liquidity. And even like the central banks and other stuff, they also go on break. So there is no much liquidity in the market around December, January, February. But from somewhere around March going, there is high liquidity.
So what is the role of risk management in implementing successful trading strategies?
All right, so when we talk about risk management, this is how I always explain it, all right? So when you're entering into the forex market, you know this is how much you are risking per trade. That is what makes you a trader. So I always say that show me a good trader and I'll show you a risk manager. All right, so if I'm entering into a market and I'm telling the market that at the end of the day I'm risking 2% of my account, if at the end of the day that is what is or if I lose 2% of my account, I know that is what I've given out. But then if I say my reward is 2:5, and at the end of the day I make 5% of the risks, then that makes me a good risk manager.
Okay, so once you've identified this potential risk and you're able to manage them, is there a way you can develop a consistent trading routine and adapt strategies to changing market conditions? Are there best ways to doing this?
Yeah, so one of the ways is you need to study, like I said earlier, you need to study economic factors and also geopolitical events, because we are trading one country against another. So whatever happened in that country positively or negatively affects the currency pair. So once you know what is happening, then you can now bring that to the chart.
Okay, so fine. At a point, specifically in Nigeria now, where people have economic issues, the economy is not really well-to-do, as it were, and people are trying to even manage the little that they have. Just how little can you really invest, if you really want to start out in Forex trading?
So I was saying that you can also trade on people's account. That is for people who don't really have time to trade, because trading Forex actually takes time. You need to study the charts, know the movement, where the market is going, find out your edges, your entry before you enter a trade. So we have people who don't really have time, even though they have the cash. Yeah, so you can also do that and make money. You can also provide signals and make money. So you can also create educative content, put on YouTube, and also make money. So when it comes to Forex trading, we have different sources of cash flow, not just a single source of cash flow.
Okay, so let's talk about you, Kira, for instance. I'm sure you have opportunities that you present out there for people. How often do you do that? And do you do educational videos or trainings from time to time? Just run it by us.
Yes, I do one-on-one coaching. I also do online coaching and private coaching. Then I also manage funds for people from all across the world, and I also provide signals, right? I also provide content on my YouTube channel, Kira Forex, on YouTube.
Okay, so as we round off now, let's get your candid advice to people who have actually been involved in Forex trading, and for some reason or the other, they've not been able to reap all of the fruit and they are a bit discouraged. What would your advice be for them? Straight up the camera.
All right, so what I would like to say is that there is nothing that comes easy in this world. Even in marriage, there are difficulties. The same thing happens in Forex trading. If you want to be profitable, you just need to be consistent, disciplined, and go according to your plan, and you would get there. If you give up now, I don't think it's an option.
All right, thank you so much. I must say a very big thank you to you for all of the wonderful insight that you have provided for beginners and the people who are actually trading. And no matter the volatility, at least there's still light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. We must say a very big thank you to you, Sikira, for your time and all of the wonderful insight you have provided for beginners and, of course, those who have been trading over time. We do appreciate your time. All right, my guest has been Sikira Lamidi, CEO, Kira Forex Trading Academy, and we have been talking about Forex trading and all that you need to do. My name is Justin Akadonye. Keep it a date, same time, next time. Bye for now.